Welcome back, Lobster Quest Barbecue meals to die for today. Something really special. We're making Bomba Cajun chicken. Bomba Cajun chicken, what is that? First of all, we're gonna take some amazing Bomba. This is from my friends just up the road at Goodfellas. Use whatever Bomba or chilies and oil, but I'm using the Goodfellas Bomba. And we're gonna marinate in some delicious organic chicken breasts. And then we're gonna add into that Kewpie mayo. There it is, Kewpie. Oh, turn it upside down, there you go, Kewpie. And then add the Cajun from my friends at Bearded Butcher. So it all goes together. Now you need some time for this recipe. It needs to sit for about 2 hours at least. 3 hours better, 4 hours great in the marinade. So prep a little bit in advance. Other than that, it's a very simple recipe. We're gonna cook on the Yoder, finish on the Crown Verde, crisp up that skin. Let's get started. All right, let's get started. So first things first, we're going to take a full cup of our Japanese mayo, this creamy Kewpie. I've used it before. It used to be very hard to find. Now you can find it in places like Costco and pretty much everywhere. So we're gonna have a full cup of this because we're putting a lot of chicken in. So we'll need a full cup. And I think I've just exhausted this one almost. So let me get the other one out of the bag. Let's get our full cup. Look at that, look how creamy that is. Check that out. Delicious, creamy mayo. It's not the right thing for everything, but it's the right thing for a lot of things since I started using it. Now we're using today bone-in chicken breast. Now what you could also do is do a whole chicken, spatchcock it, but for this recipe I'm using bone-in chicken breasts. All right, with that, we are gonna add in the Bomba, There it is. And this one from Goodfellas. Woo, this one has got some heat to it. So now the recipe calls for 3/4 cup. I'm gonna put in half a cup of this stuff, because they're all a little bit different heat. So let's put in half a cup first, and let's see if that's hot enough. Now there's a lot of cream from the Kewpie to bounce that off, so I'm not so worried. Next, we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of Cajun, Bearded Butcher Cajun. Those are tropical notes to get into this. And we're putting in a lot, so I'm putting in a 1/4 cup. You know, it's a good marinade, right? So there we go. There's our 1/4 cup of that. And then we're gonna wanna put in zest from at least 1, if not 2 limes. Now, as it happens, I only happen to have 1 lime in the house. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the zest from all this, the lime juice from this, and then I'm gonna pour in some other lime juice, because you really should be using 2 good-sized limes for this. So I'm a little lime shy. I'm not really getting good zesting out of this. I think I need a new zester. Woo! There we go. Find a place that's got some bite to it. There we go, now we're going. I don't think you can sharpen these things, actually. I don't know how you would. But it's been a couple of years of lots of zesting and other stuff, so it's certainly served us well. Put that zest in, and let's cut up this lime. Like I said, you really should have 2. These are also not the freshest limes in the world, so we're not getting a ton of juice. So I'm gonna cheat, not have fresh lime juice, but have a bit of lime juice from one of these, real lime. So, you know, not make a habit of it, but in a pinch. There we go. All right, now let's give this a stir and see what we've got. Check that out. Those amazing colors. All right, now let's give it a taste. Ooh, that's got some kick. Haha. Oh, I don't think we want much more. Actually, that's perfect. The heat comes on after, mixed in with those spices, really good. All right. Let's get our chicken in. So I picked up some chicken at the local bespoke butcher, dry aged in Mississauga. So these are organic chicken breasts, bone in. So let's get those open. I'm actually not a big chicken leg fan. I don't mind them, but my wife doesn't like them at all. So if I'm doing a whole chicken, I'm eating the chicken legs. Looking good, looking good. Now, if you're a frequent watcher, you know my wife doesn't love the skin. So maybe we'll prep one of these without skin on it, actually. This one, let's take the skin off this one, because this is the one I have deemed my wife's. So let's pull that all off. There we go. Made easy with the Dale Strom knife, though the Dale Strom knife needs some sharpening. I see it's already, it's not cutting the way it was before, so not surprising. Needs a bit of love. And let's inspect the rest of these. They look pretty good. I like the skin on, so that one's got a bit of an excess skin. That's just gonna burn up, so let's cut that off. There we go. All right. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave that in, but I'm also gonna score these, and that will allow our marinade to really penetrate in as we start smoking on the Yoder. All right. So we get right in, get that marinade right in. But be careful with chicken, right? Because if you do that, you're now pushing some of the surface stuff in, so you gotta cook it well. Now I'm gonna reserve some of the marinade actually as a dipping sauce. So let's take some of our marinade and set it aside. And then into the pool they go. There we go. Let's get it all soaked in here. And then, like I said, minimum 2 hours. Optimal 3, and if you can 4, that'll get you where you need to be. All right, now we'll cover that up in saran wrap, put it in the fridge, and we'll be good to go. All right, it's been 3.5 hours, and as I said, minimum 2, 4 plus. Check this out. I've just given it a bit of a taste of what I set aside. It's even more powerful. So, all right, we got the Yoder spiked up. We're gonna cook it about 425. Oh, there we go. So let's get these on. I'm not gonna knock off anything. I wanna keep all that spice, and we're just gonna lay it right on. Capture all that amazing flavor. And put a bone side down. All that amazing flavor. And let's not waste any of it. Let's put it all down. We'll be back. This should be, I don't know, like half hour maybe? So we'll check it in about half hour. All right, we've been on here for about 45 minutes at a pretty high temperature. I've been running at about 425 or so. So let's take a look and see how our chicken is doing. Oh, beautiful. Check that out. Let's get a close up of that. Good, good. All right, all right, all right, all right. Now let's get this off. And what we're gonna do is put this on the Crown Verity just to finish it up and give it a little crispness. Those who like the skin or just finish it up, check that out. Let's get these onto the Crown Verity to finish them off. Let's get these, as I said, we'll get these on the Crown Verity, which is screaming hot. It's almost at temp. It's about, it was about 150 when I pulled it off. Get that going, got a little bit of corn going too. Just add some nice, beautiful heat and smoke.